Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. I'm sure that many residents in Western Sydney and across Australia are awaiting their electricity bills with trepidation. With Christmas just about 4 weeks away, families are feeling the pinch as they spend more on food, petrol, which has increased, and household bills, on top of saving money to buy presents for their loved ones. You have said you will announce, and I quote, temporary, meaningful, sensible regulations to ease the energy crisis. What is the date the government will announce these new measures?
Give the call to the Treasurer.
Yeah, thank you very much to the member for Fowler for her question and for her interest, and obviously for the way that she's engaged on these issues for some time now. The reason that we are prepared to make that temporary, meaningful, responsible intervention in these markets between now and the end of the year is because we do think it's unacceptable, the sorts of price rises which are anticipated by the Treasury and contained in the budget papers that I released about a month ago. The Australian people are paying a very hefty price for Russian aggression in Ukraine and for a decade of coalition incompetence when it comes to energy markets. And the reality is that the failures of the member for Hume and others on that side of the House mean that we are more vulnerable to these international shocks in global energy markets than we should be. And that's because over the course of a decade, those opposite took more capacity out of the energy markets than they put in, and that made us more vulnerable. So that's how we find ourselves. That's how we find ourselves in the position that we're in. That's how we find ourselves in the position that we're in, and it is unacceptable. And that's why I am working closely with the Industry Minister, the Resources Minister, the Energy Minister, the Prime Minister, the Trade Minister and others to find a way to intervene in these markets in a meaningful way, in a temporary way and in a responsible way. And to those, opposite—
The Treasurer will resume his seat. The Treasurer will resume his seat. Just for a moment. Member Fowler, I'll give her the call on a point of order.
Treasurer, I just want a date, if it's possible.
So that order, that wasn't a point of order, but you were seeking relevance. I just invite the Treasurer in his remaining 1 minute and 10 seconds to conclude his answer regarding the member for Fowler's question.
Thank you, the member for Fowler. We will progress this work as quickly as we can, and we will make an announcement before the end of the year.